Hey guys, it is Thursday, which means lots of work today, but no work tomorrow. So tomorrow I can just spend the entire day freaking out about the storm. So I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but I did measure like a crazy person. I took a measuring tape and I dropped it down into the canal to see how like deep the drop was. It's about 4 or 5 feet, and then my house is up another foot. I am inland enough that out of the 5 storm surge evacuation zones, I'm number 4. They've evacuated the first one, section A, and parts of section B. So we're not quite in my section, section D. And also I'm on the like literally a street away from the last section. So hopefully we'll be okay. Storm surge is really the big concern when it comes to those big floods that you guys see where people are like, their house is underwater. Like that's usually storm surge. There's not really usually that much just straight up rain. So storm surge is basically like when, along with the rain, the ocean is basically brought in, kind of like a tsunami because of the winds. So you'll see that kind of thing happen, especially in a lot of coastal areas. So obviously Florida does have a coast, so that's why they're evacuating those coastal areas. And people like in high rises and stuff like that. Either way, I still overnighted doggy life vests, which are coming in today like a crazy person. I figured if I don't use them, I can always return them. I just have to pay for return shipping. And everyone's like, did you get one for yourself? And I'm like, no, overnight shipping is really expensive. And like my logic is, it won't take that much water for Goose to drown, or even my other dogs. But like I'm 5'9", so the water would literally have to be like super high up in my house, which I mean obviously can happen, but whatever. I do have a popsicle shaped pool float that I have to look for, and I will blow up just in case. And if stuff goes down, I'll be floating out in style in that popsicle pool float. Like worst comes to worst, I could probably, I don't know, duct tape that pool float to one part of my body, just roll with it. I don't know. I'm really like planning for worst case scenario at this point. You couldn't tell. And a lot of people have been reaching out to me on Instagram and saying, well, you should be evacuating and all that stuff. Well, it's not that simple. There's a lot of reasons why I'm not evacuating. First off, I'm not in the mandatory evacuation zone, which granted doesn't really mean that much because they didn't evacuate people for Houston and they probably should have. But the traffic's already bad on the road. I still have to work this evening. Everyone's probably heading out tomorrow. So let's say I get on the road in traffic with really no plan of where to go because I don't have any family that I can go visit up north. So I'm on the road, bumper to bumper traffic, I run out of gas. What happens then? I'm in the car with 3 dogs. I can't leave the dogs in the car in the heat, so I have to basically stay there. I've been reading that's why Houston didn't like send out mass evacuations, because they had a storm a while back where they did that, and then a lot of people died on the expressway because they ran out of gas and they were in the heat, and then the winds started coming and they drowned. And like, I mean, there's just so many things that can happen. But let's say even if I get to a location, most places are not going to take me with 3 dogs. Any sort of shelter, I believe the limit is 1 pet per person, which is like crazy. Doesn't make any sense. Also, they don't exactly know where the storm's going to go. Basically, the entire like cone of uncertainty is the entire state of Florida. So it's easy to say, well, just evacuate. Well, I'm going to be like riding up to where? Like along the path of like the storm following me? Like I can't stop anywhere because, you know, I could go west, but then what if it turns west? It's still like a little uncertain. Also, it's supposed to potentially hit Georgia, so like how far am I supposed to drive to? Especially like me by myself. And what if I have to go to the bathroom, which I will have to go to eventually? I can't leave the dogs in the car. They'll suffocate. It's a lot of issues. It's very easy to just say, just evacuate, but sometimes it's just not feasible. If I had someone to go with, then I would probably just ride out, just to not have to deal with it. But I'm hoping for the best. I think everything will be okay. I have hurricane-proof windows. My roof is not that old. It was, I believe, completely repaired, like completely done after a hurricane we had a while back where we had like some leaks. Let's see what happens. The only thing that really upsets me is that it's supposed to hit in the evening, and I don't like that because it'll be dark out and you can't see. And you know, how am I supposed to know when I can take the dogs out, like before the storm and after the storm if it's dark? I don't think I've ever been a part of a storm that hit at night, been like in town for it, so that's like kind of freaking me out. So I'm hoping that it either speeds up or slows down so that it hits during the day. I don't know why I prefer it to hit during the day. I just feel like it's too scary at night, not seeing like what's going down. Getting ready for work, and I'm sure we'll chat more. Also, I know I said that I would probably have like a lot of vlog footage from the storm, but just I don't want to make too many promises because I don't know how I'm going to be feeling. You know, I do suffer from anxiety, and I don't know how scary it's going to be while it's happening. You know, I've never been through this kind of a storm, and especially not by myself. I don't want to make too many promises. Also, if it's at night, like, and we lose power, you won't be able to see anything. So, I don't know. I'll see. We'll play it by ear. I'll see how I feel, and you know, I'll do my best to get the vlogs up when I can. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter or Instagram or something, you should. It's always in the description box. Just because I may not be able to get a vlog up, and if I have any sort of service, I will try to give you guys updates of like what's going on with me. If you guys care, you know, there have been storms in the past where like Wilma, we lost power for 2 weeks, or like my family did. I was up at school. Hurricane Andrew, we lost power for months. I remember that. I was like 5. I remember that. I'm still trying to decide where we're all gonna like hang out and be situated. Still trying to figure all that out. So I'll check with you guys later. Hey guys, so I do not know where the day has gone, but I put some makeup on because I think I'm gonna go out. Nobody wants to go out with me, but I think I'm just gonna go out by myself because life is short. They just issued the official hurricane warning. Not like we didn't know it was coming. We knew, or I knew. I've been through this road before. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go to a place that might not exist in 2 days because of this hurricane. So that's what I'm gonna do. Still haven't figured out what my game plan is as far as like staying home. There was a moment today when I seriously considered evacuating, but from what I've been reading, like there's people that they're just driving around and they can't find a hotel with like vacancy, like even as far as up as South Carolina, and you know, huge gas shortages all the way up. And it's not like if I run out of gas I could just leave my car on the expressway. I'm gonna have 3 dogs with me, so it's not quite a simple thing. Hoping for the best. They say it's gonna weaken to category 4, which is still really, really bad, but not as bad as category 5. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I live to tell the tale. Goose's Life Vest came in. I'm super upset because the Luna and Hugo's Life Vest was also overnighted, and I paid to overnight it, and it showed that it was on the truck out for delivery, and then they took it back to the carrier facility. So if that thing does not arrive tomorrow, Amazon is going to wish they weren't doing that to me. Because, come on, there's a reason why they say guaranteed delivery. And it was on the freaking truck. Just deliver it. Just deliver it. It's on the truck. Like, crazy. I don't even want to think about it because it's making me mad. Anywho. So, I'm going to end this vlog. I will see you guys tomorrow.